Hi guys, it's Barry and DR, and it's a great pleasure today to actually introduce one of our favorite people. They're a Canadian couple, and Claude and Marie-Josée. Guys, I know your son was here for years with you, and he had his education in Rio San Juan, is that correct?
Exact. In fact, he was studying for 3 years here in a French lycée. This is the French system from France. And after that, he decided to go to study in Montreal. He's studying in a kind of foreign American, I would say, university, college, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I know here in Cabrera, there's American school. Mm-hmm. And I know that some of the people who studied here after that moved in the States or in Canada, but I don't know that system as the French one, you know. I could not really say how it goes. But I know there's American and Anglo-Canadians studying here. There's American college, a couple, I think there's two. Mm-hmm. There's one in Rio San Juan too. Mm-hmm. And with that, this is the same kind of program you have in a high school in the U.S. or
What did your son think of it while he was attending school here for the 3 years to prepare for the college in Quebec, in Montreal? What did he feel about the school? Was it adequate? Did it prepare him properly to transfer into that type of system?
It was adequate, but it was different than the other systems he studied before. In fact, he studied in Quebec, that is a system. After that in Yellowknife for 3 years. Then after that here, another one. So it makes a young man, he's 18 now, very adaptive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean...
That's one of the wonderful things about living in different countries, being adaptive.
Yeah,
the world is
you have to.
Is that way, as well as the adaptation of various languages, right?
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
You're both fairly fluent in Spanish, and by the way, say hello to everybody in Spanish, Claude.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo está? Bien, bienvenido a Cabrera.
Have a good trip, good voyage to Cabrera. But we've interviewed some of the schools here. We've interviewed the directors on this trip, and what we're seeing, even by interviewing a lot of the foreign children, inside they feel stronger now that they're fluent in at least 2 languages, many of them 3. French, yeah. English, and Spanish. Yeah. And they feel for their careers, their futures. It's just an incredible ace in the hole for them, is the way they expressed it. And it's just one more reason why you should check out other places. And the education here is far better than given credit for in the private schools.
Mm-hmm. You know, when you speak one language, you can speak with a limited number of people. American, Australians, British, whoever speaks English. But it's not everybody who speaks English. There's a large part of the planet where people speak Spanish. And there's another part where they speak French. So if you're here and you learn all those languages, you can deal with a lot more people. I think it's a plus. For a young coming here learning Spanish, there's South America, for example. It's mostly Spanish.
Absolutely.
As many places. So I think it's really a plus to learn languages. And here, for a young coming here, when you're a teenager, you don't learn a language, you just catch it. You go on the street and, the young, they go to play pool. My son was going with his friends playing pool. He probably learned more Spanish there than at school maybe. Just dealing with, nice little girls.
How do you think that's going to affect your son on the job market when he's able to speak 3 languages and in a competition against him, maybe 2 at best, mostly 1 language? How do you see that? I mean, it's from a businessman's point of view, I know who I'm hiring. Why do I not want to do business with 40% of the market? I don't want to shut that out because my people can't communicate.
I would say if I got an international company who was dealing with other foreign countries, if your employee, you hired an employee who speaks 3 languages, I think you're in business more than having someone who needs a translator everywhere he goes, no?
Even take it a step further. Let's look at where my family's from, Montreal.
Yeah.
You're not getting a job if you only speak English. I'm not. It's not going to. In Florida, where I have a lot of other, a little bit of family in Florida as well. Whenever you're going into the job market, it's like the third question: can you speak Spanish? Are you bilingual? And the ones that are taken off the no seem to go in a different pile. The ones that are taken off the yes are in a completely separate. You can't blame the owner of a business. Why would you expect him to not be able to potentially market 35-40% of a market by just not speaking a language? I believe it's an absolute necessity for the generation that's going to be coming up after us.
Obviously, it's a plus. Obviously, and I think someone, a family living here with the kids who are bilingual or trilingual after a certain time, and as I said, the youth, they catch it like that, As me, I start to work in English, I was 44, so this is why I got this accent I will never lose.
What accent?
But I have an accent when
Slight
I speak English.
accent? I don't
I've
care.
I've been asked yesterday by in Yellowknife by a guy in a convenience store, are you English from England? Are you from England? Not really. But
Children learn faster languages.
But a kid will learn Spanish without accent.
Yeah, and so will our viewers' children, and it's probably one of the best things parents can do for them, I think, in this world.
Yeah.
Claude, this question I'm addressing specifically to you. I don't know of anybody that I know that can have a wider transition for climate and geography than you do every month. I mean, you're going almost to the North Pole, very close to it, and yet that's minus 45 at times. I've tried on his work flight jacket. The thing must be 45 pounds. I swear, I'm not lying. I
With
swear.
equipment?
And then a month later, he's in 85 degrees. Here comes my Canadian. But a month later, he comes to 85 degrees, and he's clearly almost halfway across the globe. What's that like, Claude?
Especially in winter. This is very interesting. After my month is done, I come up here, and as the people I work with, the guys say, as a vacation it is for you. You're going in the south each month, Yeah, that's true. For the gap of temperature, it's not a big deal. I do it for many years now. It's not the problem. And as I said to you many times, the thing is I change the language all the time. There it's in English, here it's French and Spanish, some English with you. So it's more, not a challenge, but this is what is more different. And the temperature is not so much. But it makes a lot of jealous people. A lot of, I know. They are, a lot of.
You don't find it really hard to adapt?
It was snowing when I left.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they said, they said, you're going in Dominican Republic tomorrow. Yeah, very jealous.
Did you find it though a transition is hard from the cold to the hot, or your body's okay with it?
I'm undistractable, so it's not a big deal. No.
Excellent. There you go. And guys, while we're here interviewing our dear friends, we're going to take a little walk and just give you a bird's eye view of the accommodations here that many of the people enjoy. Some of the advantages are there's a pool. It's a totally self-sufficient little townhouse suite. It's gorgeous. It has an upper bedroom, a lower bedroom. Great advantage for the people that are more adventuresome, that want to go out on their own. It's walking distance to the town of Cabrera, so you don't need to rent a car. That's a big one. You'll be with us most of the day because we're going to cram 4 months into 4 days here, and it will just give you a little bird's eye view of why so many people think it's the perfect location for their DYD tour. And also, for those of you that travel, you're going to find it hard to believe it's only $40 a night. And you get the unlimited company of Marie-José, which is worth twice the price.
Wow.
Let's have a look, guys. Come on.